All my life, I've been running from everything. And by everything, I legit meant everything. So I was an active kid since the day I was born. I ran out of the hospital just as my foot touched the hard surface. I kept running until I found my answer. Why? Why am I born? You want to know the answer? Because, because, because I'm just kidding. Ha ha. That didn't happen. See, it all was just a joke, and you fell for it. How can a baby run just a second after he was born? Or can he? So back to the point, I was an active kid from the starting. I used to run a lot, though I wasn't the fastest, nor was I the slowest, but I just love running. Maybe because I'm actually a horse pretending to be a human. And if you're getting what I meant by the term horse, you're probably an Indian. Or the people around you think that you look like a horse. Yeah, that can be a possibility. So, since I love running, I always dreamt of participating in races. But I was a small kid back then. Well, I've not grown a lot though. But still, I was a really small kid. So I was overpowered by the huge giant kid who loved running as much as I did, but they had long bamboo-like legs. So they had an advantage. And if you think that this video is about how I practiced and ran faster than them to prove my strength and show them the power of training, well, you are wrong, because that didn't happen. So when I was in 8th grade, I and some of my friends used to go to another friend's house, who was actually our school's principal's son. Well, he was a cool kid. He had all the latest games and a huge house, so we loved playing there. But entering his house was kind of hard. And that was all because of his pet dog. And he or she, I don't really know the gender, was huge. I don't really remember, but it was a boxer, I guess. So our friend always helped us in entering his house. Alive. But his dog won't leave a chance of scaring our souls out of us. And without our friend's help, it was FNAF 6 Night Hard. And the scenario looked like one from Nat Geo. So one day, like always, we went to play there, and he was upstairs in his room. So we pressed the doorbell, and from his room, he called us upstairs. And somehow, that very moment, we actually forgot about his DOG. So we entered, and unluckily, I was the last to enter. So when I entered, I saw everyone running. I thought for a moment, and soon I realized why they ran. I looked back to see his dog staring at me. You can face him! Punch him straight in the forehead! No, run! You should run! He can eat lights of you for breakfast! And so I ran as fast as I could, and I kept running round his house until I realized he was not behind me. He was ahead. You tricked me! Luckily though, I was just beside the stairs. So with all I had, I ran upstairs and somehow managed to enter the house. And then they pretended like nothing happened. The other scenario was when I was in the final year of my high school. So well, with the coolest guy I know, we'll call him Soccer, we used to go to another friend's house to discuss studies and stuff. So this friend of ours, who we're gonna call PK, lived in a place like Maze. Though the route to his house was kind of simple, but the road not taken is the road we never took. And the people who lived in front of PK's house were a cow, and a fat one. So one day, I and Sakir went to PK's house, and I don't clearly remember what we were talking about, but it was related to obesity in animals. So Sakir said, how there are some animals tall and thin and others are like, and then he pointed towards the cow sitting in front of PK's house. And guess what? She actually understood what he said, because just as he pointed towards the cow, it got mad and started chasing us. I and Sakir ran in opposite directions, and it turned out she was really into revenge, as instead of chasing me, the guy who was close to her, she ran for Sakir, who was far. And as Sakir told me, the cow ran after him until he ran out of the area we were in. That day, we didn't bother to disturb PK. The cow still chases us whenever she spots us. So this story comes with a lesson. Never call a cow fat, cause if they get angry, you will regret your words. Okay, so I said earlier that I wanted to take part in athletics. I actually took part in marathon races. So the first time I took part in the race, I somehow managed to run faster than my other friends. And as I was about to finish the race, I saw this guy running really slow. So I went to him and teased him saying, "Are you tired?" And I dashed forward. A few seconds later, he ran past me and finished the race before me. That's what you get. I shouldn't have teased him after all. The next time, I practiced a lot, and I was pretty confident that I'll manage to get the top 5 positions, cause 5 kilometers isn't a long distance. But turned out that just by 1 month, my age wasn't eligible for under 16. I was in under 19. And for under 19, the route was increased to 8 kilometers. Well, my stamina sucks. I still ran and I was running really slow. And when I was near the finish line, this guy came from behind, patted on my shoulder and said, "Are you tired?" and ran ahead. This made me real angry. So with all I had, I ran and ran and ran. And I soon realized that I finished the race. And the guy who teased me was behind me. So I took my... Wait. This situation sounds familiar. Never mind. The guy who came first, Horizon, had a lead of 15 minutes from the guy who came second. And if you're wondering why am I telling you this, he actually promised to run 40 kilometers if he passes the finals, which he will. So you may see a video soon of a guy running like a monster 40 kilometers straight with no break. Sorry guys, this video took a lot of time, but blame my PC, it's dying a lot lately. And check out the first fan art that I got. And make sure you follow them on Instagram. And make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter @TheDominantSide. That's it for now. Until next time, Kaddu.